So one of the most common questions we get asked about selling on Amazon is how to find new suppliers, specifically from new sellers. If you haven't got any relationships, I can understand it is quite hard to find suppliers when you are starting out. So today I'm going to go over a few techniques and strategies that we use to find new suppliers, ones that we still use today that we started using many years ago when we started in this industry. And funnily enough, all of the strategies I'm going to use are going to be ones that any of you can use, and are going to be simply using Google. So most of the time we talk out against using Google to find wholesale suppliers. And that's simply because most of you would probably come on Google and just type in something like UK wholesale suppliers, and at the end of the day, you're going to get too many generic wholesalers that at the end of the day, any of you could find. And what you want to do when selling on Amazon is have some sort of edge. So an edge in the sense of some sort of exclusive supplier, or a supplier that is not so obvious to the market. And you can do that via Google, but you just got to use a relatively unique approach and find suppliers that are not right at the top of Google. You want to find those hidden suppliers. So the first technique and strategy I'm going to show you is what I call a regional search. So when you're searching Google, a lot of the time it's going to be tracking your location, or at least your region, and it's going to search your keywords in that region. So if you see the bottom left here, you see United Kingdom, but you can actually change that setting. So what you want to do is in the bottom right hand corner, you want to click settings, then advanced search. So a lot of people don't know that this side of Google actually exists. So say, for example, you wanted to look for specifically, gardening distributors, but you didn't want to just come across the generic gardening distributors here in the UK. Let's say you wanted to find some in the United States. So what you do is type in gardening distributor, scroll down to where it says region, and then you can select any region you'd actually like. But for this example, let's scroll down to the United States, click that, and you can click advanced search. So in doing that, if we scroll past the ads and the location, now you're coming across a number of different US based gardening wholesalers. And as I said, this is just one example of one niche in one region. But as you know, there's a high number of niches that you can be going for, and as well as there's many different countries that you can source products from. So now this would just be up to you to go through all of these suppliers and work out if any of these would actually work for you. So as you can see, a lot of them seem quite established. I'm not going to say that any of these particular ones are going to change your life, but this is your role to now contact these distributors and see if you can go about opening an account with them. So another strategy you can actually use in this niche, outside of searching a region, is what I like to call an exact phrase search. So if we go back to the Google homepage, close these down. If we again click on settings, advanced search, and you notice that there's different options we can use to search for keywords. So one thing I like to do is in this section that says this exact word or phrase, you want to use specific words that distributors are going to use. So one particular one I like to do is search our brands. So this is a term that you'll only really see on a distributor's website, or a wholesaler, or maybe even a parent company to multiple brands. So now let's just change up the niche. Let's say you wanted to search for, I don't know, beauty distributors. And let's say specifically you wanted to search in UAE, so United Arab Emirates. Never searched in this market, so let's see what we get. Scroll down. So now you're going to potentially come across multiple different, so as I said, our brands and partners, Planet Pharmacy, of course Selfridges, but we don't want to click that, professionalbeauty.ae. And again, this is going to give you a list of unique distributors that you would not have necessarily come across if you had just gone on Google and typed in, UK wholesale suppliers or things of that nature. So these are just two techniques you can use to find distributors. We have around 30, maybe 40 techniques we use to find new distributors, but I just wanted to give this as an example. Just simply using Google, I've managed to find, 5 distributors within a matter of minutes. So that means that there's no excuse for you not to be able to find distributors yourself. It really is just about putting in the work